This is Crypto Angel Network. I'm Joanna. I appreciate you being here for my crypto journey. I am learning so much every day, and I am seeing small wins along the way. When I began my journey back at the end of 2017, I did my first cryptocurrency trades totally in the dark. I was like the full card in tarot, just stepping off the cliff without looking at what is below. And I was lucky. I was lucky that I didn't lose all my money. I had put in close to $3,000. Thankfully, it bounced back because I was hodling by accident, meaning that I thought there was nothing left. I then was so despondent. I didn't look at the accounts anymore. And then eventually it bounced back and I still had some money in there. So today I want to share with you about Bitcoin, about what is happening right now, the trades that I have just done, and the small trades that I am looking to do in the next few days. And I'm going to share my screen with you shortly just to look at why I feel things are going to go the way that I anticipate them going. Let me also just say that everything that I share here, this is just for entertainment. It is fun. It is my personal perspective. This is not investment advice. I would say definitely do your own due diligence, especially because I am a beginner crypto investor and trader. I am not a professional, and there are many professionals out there, but if you are new to the Bitcoin space and you are curious about cryptocurrency and that we are moving towards a realm of digital cash, then I think that you will enjoy some of my take on things. Now, let me also say that day traders say that technical analysis is absolutely key and that it is important not to use emotion. But from something that I learned yesterday, I had this aha moment that gut instinct can be used as well. I'm going to explain why as we start to, as I show you what I'm about to show you, as I share my screen. So I'm going to put that to the test. Because my feeling today, and from the experiences I've had so far, the small wins that I have had so far with my investment portfolio, is that using one's gut instinct combined with technical analysis is the best way to go. So I have a little, some thoughts on that I'm going to share with you. So without further ado, let me just share my screen with you and we can go into this. Okay, thank you. Let's see. All right, here we go. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm just waiting here for the Bitcoin chart to come up because I've just gone into this mode here. Okay, perfect. So what I was watching MMCrypto. If you do not already follow his YouTube channel, it is incredible. I love his energy. He is so positive and brilliant. And I just have found on the days that I have felt despondent or frustrated that it's really carried me through. And I feel that where I would do what one calls in trading panic buying and panic selling, myself as an empath, very easy to do that he would talk about sitting on the sidelines. So that has been very, very helpful. And I highly recommend following his channel for his amazing technical analysis. So he was speaking today about a few things, and I want to go deeper into that from my perspective, as a crypto beginner, because obviously he's doing trades in the hundreds of thousands. I'm doing them, in the hundreds on a much, much smaller level. So here, this is inside my Bitcoin, my crypto account. What I want to show you here, what I feel really, really, I'm proud of myself. This is a small win here, is that if we look, yesterday, I bought some Bitcoin here on a dip, right? This dip. So if we look here yesterday on the 26th, the low it went down to, it says here, it was 30,030. I think the low yesterday was $30,196, and it just popped down there for literally for a very, I mean, for a few minutes, and then it bounced back. And if we look, so that was this was Wednesday, right? And then the week before, I was looking on the chart. When was that last dip, right? When did it last really go down? And it says here it was right around 30,000. What is that? Was that all the way at the bottom? No, it looks like it went down to around just over 30,000. I think maybe, a couple of trades got through for around 28,000, around 28,700. But again, it was a quick little dip and then it was gone. So yesterday, if I could have gone on that low at 29,196, I also had a buy for 29,000. I ended up canceling that order because MMCrypto and Ivan on Tech have both said that they thought the market could possibly go down to either around 27,000, even the 23,000 mark. Now I listen to these things and I look at the technical analysis, but then what I do is I feel the energy around that too. And this is what one of the things I wanted to share with you is that that Ivan on Tech, let me just come back to you here. Ivan on Tech was saying technical analysis, it is so technical analysis is it is the way to make your decisions around buying cryptocurrency. And then he went on to say that everything in that analysis that is shown in the charts, in those green and red candlesticks, is that, let me just find the right words for this, is he said, like, it shows the emotions of people because they are either responding to fear or greed within themselves. Not that people are, fearful or greedy, but I think that, again, this goes back to our, the primal part of the self. It's that fight or flight syndrome. And so this plays out a lot within the crypto trading space. Now, I imagine it does not at all for the whales, for the professional traders, for those huge hedge funds, but for the retail buyer, like myself, who isn't putting in doing like multi-million-dollar trades, isn't part of a hedge fund, it's just like, I really like crypto. I want to be in that space, and I believe in it. And so, yeah, I want to have like my little piece in it. I right now, I get to be a little minnow next to those big whales. I'm swimming alongside those whales, and I aspire to be a dolphin. That would be great. And but I know that people are, they talk about it getting wiped out, getting wrecked, because they just, they panic when they see the market go up and the market go down. Hence, the technical analysis shows and then potentially predicts what is going to happen with the market and what people are feeling. So I started to think about this, and I went, what if, when one looks at these charts and reads the green and red candles, so let me just go back to that. What if one starts reading that and tuning into that? You know what I'm saying? Like, starts to get that read on that. So yeah, so here, I'm going to move forward in a minute to what I feel is coming. Okay, so I felt pretty happy again with those trades that I made there, because today, look at where we're at right now. Okay, so I bought at 30,300, 30,400, and then right now today it's up at $33,352.23. Another thing that I've noticed as I look at the candles each day. Look, we've got, like, today we're green, yesterday we're red, Day before we had green, red, green, red, green, red. Well, we had 3 days of red there, right? I think this was right around when all the stuff with, the inauguration was coming, the election, and all the, it was a really, really intense time. So I think that that's why, from the retail perspective, people were much more nervous, and hence we had those 3 days in a row. There was maybe a moment of hope and people got excited, but then again, you see prior to that, 3 red candlestick days. But since we have gone past the inauguration, it looks like, again, things sort of started to settle down a bit, that those high, low emotions, anxiety, excitement, that fluctuation between the two started to subside a little bit. Now, so I am feeling like, from an instinct, so I look at this, well, I would imagine, let's say from a technical analysis point of view, if yesterday was red candlestick and that was the day I bought, and I'm really glad that, if I hadn't learned what I've learned so far from watching people like MMCrypto, and really being patient and sitting on the sidelines, I probably would have gone and bought here today at 33,000. Don't get me wrong. A few weeks ago, I bought when it was, I bought at 40, like around 40,000, 41,500, right before like the previous high of just shy of 42,000. And then we went into a correction, right? The idea of it's sort of like, what goes up must come down. It has to correct before it goes up again. So I just want to go and show you now on this other chart, on the Femex chart here. I wish I could use Femex or Bybit, but because I am a US citizen, it does not allow me to do trades on there. Whatever site, depending on what country you're in, please be really careful. Go to the terms of service and make sure that where you are signing up for an account, that it fits with the regulations of your country, because otherwise your assets can be frozen. There are some people out there who are saying, oh, just go and use a VPN and hide your address. I personally, I'm originally British, but I'm now a US citizen. From my research, I think that's a very dangerous thing to do. You don't want to have money in your account and then suddenly Femex is like, oh, hang on a minute, US citizen, UK citizen, or whatever country you're from, that is not allowed. And they just go and shut your account down. They freeze it and you cannot access your money. So please be careful. Just be very, very, very careful. Okay, so here now, again, I am beginner when it comes to the technical analysis here, but I just want to show you from what I am seeing here. Okay, so let's look. Okay, so 27th of January, this was yesterday, right? And can you see here, if we go from here down to here, right, we have a descending, right, a descending line, part of a descending triangle. And we had up here as well, we had another descending triangle. So, the market, again, when I was buying at that high, it was bullish, right? It was, now it has been bearish. And the big question is, in this next week, right? So what's the date today? We're the 28th, January 28th, 2021. And, there is this line here. I was trying to, again, I'm just learning all this stuff, and I'm looking at where is sort of like that, what do you call that support line, where there is a support there and people feel bullish. They feel positive a bit about Bitcoin. They're prepared to pay more, and it goes right, and it goes up. And so here you can see that sort of this purple line that I put here, I would look at as a support line at around, it's about, around 31,000, sort of close to 31,000 is the support line that it looks like is there. And then I did my beginner, like probably some professional day traders can be like, what is that triangle? But anyway, it makes sense to me. It's helping me. It helped me buy near the bottom yesterday of where the market was from the past week. You saw that from what I just showed you from my Coinbase Pro account, right? I'm pretty pleased with myself there for a beginner. Okay, so at this, see here this line, right? So let me just go into this here. So the big thing that MMCrypto was talking about is, are we going to, and he did a much, I'll show you afterwards his diagram of the triangle. Are we at a point where we're going to break out and go up, 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 all the way beyond 35,500 back up to the 40 something thousand, 42,000? Or are we going to go down? Are we going to go down below this? Maybe even to 27,000, 23,000. He said even possibly 18,500. Both him and Ivan on Tech had said that. So, and of course, they're who knows? Well, my feeling is, in this next 3 days, right? So it's the 28th, and I just showed you we have a green candle today. I would imagine I think we're going to have a red candle tomorrow, right? If you look at that pattern, is that pattern going to change any time within the next 2-3 days? To me, it feels like it's going to go, green, red, green, red, green, red candlestick. So based off of that, if we're here, and right now we're up above the line, right? So we have support here. But if I look to even, yes, it's slightly above where we were on the 27th, but it's below where we were on the 25th. So my feeling is it is going to go a little bit more bearish. I don't think we're going to break out quite yet. I think that it's going to go down some more. So I'm waiting on the sidelines. I did have an order in for 29,000, but then I thought, maybe it's going to go a little bit lower. So will it go down to 23,000? I'm not sure it's going to go down to 23,000, and because of something that MMCrypto shared. And let me just go to that a sec. So anyway, so my feeling is we're not going to break out yet. I think by, let's see, later on next week, what date would that be? Hang on, it's the 1st on Monday, 2nd, 3rd, hang on, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, probably around the 7th of February. I think we're going to then start to go on that upward trajectory. People are going to get like, oh my gosh, fear of missing out, I've got to get in there. And so I do not think that we are going to hit this new bull run cycle, where it goes to the new all-time high before February the 1st, even before February the 5th. Like, it's probably going to be around February the 7th is what I am leaning towards. That is my personal feeling. Now, let me just show you other reasons why I feel this way. If I can get to this, hang on. Let me go to MMCrypto's Twitter here. I just want to show you this. So look, this is what I was just talking about. He's talking about the breakout attempt, right? And it's gone up. I still feel like even if we went to 35 in the next 24, 48 hours this weekend, like around the 30th or 31st, I don't know, I feel like we're going to come back down again. We're going to come back down. Could this break? MMCrypto says, bullish breakout. I love how MMCrypto, he says, smash up the like button. Smash it up. I'm just going to say instead for me, I'm going to say light up the like button, right? Because it's Crypto Angels. But I love that. Yeah, as a sort of Crypto Angel, I'm not going to say smash up the like button because it just doesn't quite fit with me, but I love it. Like, it totally fits him. So he's saying it go all the way back up to 34,400. I think it's then going to come down. He says the bearish price target will be 29,300. I have a feeling around next Wednesday, the 3rd of February, maybe, again, this is me going with gut instinct here. This is not my technical analysis. We'll see if I'm right? Because this is something else I want to share with you, is that a few days before December 25th, I had this really strong feeling that Bitcoin would be 25,000 on the 25th of December, and then around the new year that it would be 30,000. And that was exactly what happened. It happened just like that. And then I thought it would go to 40,000, but I didn't think it was going to go to 40,000 for like at least 3-4 months later. But it happened very, very quickly. So I think maybe that's why the correction is occurring here. But so this price target of 29,300. I think that we are going to go lower. I'm going to split the difference between where MMCrypto is talking about Michael Saylor, how he came in at that 23,000. What was it? He bought in between 22,728 and 22,669. So around the 23,000 mark, could we go down to that? I don't think we're going to go down to 18 and a half. I just don't feel it. There's too many whales in there. That's just my gut instinct feeling, not technical analysis. Are we going to go down to when Michael Saylor bought in at around the 22 and a half? I don't know if we're going to go quite that low. Could we go down to 23,000? Possibly, but I feel it would be like a touch and away. It's like you've got to get your order in. And then I guess you have to have, I don't know exactly how it works. Do you have to have a bigger order in because you're competing maybe with certain whales that are buying in? And then here's the other thing with this. So I'm thinking around maybe 25,000 to 26,500 is where I'm going to try and buy in at. And this is not for day trade, margin trading. I cannot do leverage trades yet. I've read little bits on it. I'm not there yet. That is something that I'm working towards. I'm just doing this for hodling because, I believe by the end of this year, Bitcoin will be at least 6 figures. That's my personal feeling. It'll be at least 100,000, maybe 200, 250,000, but it's going to be at least 6 figures. So I just, that's my feeling with that. Here, so now this is what I wanted to show you as well. And MMCrypto was talking about Michael Saylor, and he was saying, I was like, okay, let me go and look this up and go look for yourself, go and do your own due diligence, right? So Michael Saylor, who MMCrypto, God, I'm probably MMCrypto's one of his biggest fans. So he did an incredible interview with Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor refers to Bitcoin as digital gold and Ethereum as digital oil. I just like, oh my gosh, I just love it. I love it. It made it totally tangible, really visceral for me. And so he bought around $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Would you call him a whale? I would say yes, and then some. So next week, Michael Saylor, look at this. Michael Saylor is hosting, look at this. He's hosting Bitcoin industry luminaries. And they are going to be discussing this groundbreaking treasury reserve strategy. Oh my goodness. I mean, what do you think is going to happen from that? They're going to have, how many people they're going to have 1,000 executives there. Do you think of those 1,000 executives who are connected to hedge funds and major corporations who are the whale of whales? Do you think they're going to be buying into Bitcoin? I think so. I think they are. Do you think the Bitcoin price is going to shoot up again? I personally think so. I think it's going to go back to the, when I bought in at the peak, and I'm like, fear of missing out, when I didn't understand about the technical analysis and just went on the panic, because of just feeling stuff and just like, oh, I'm going to buy, instead of just being patient. If I'd just been patient, if I'd been a little bit more of a panther and just waited, then I could have bought in now at around 30,000, and those couple of dips that went down very briefly to that, that 28,500. So I think then what's going to happen, not only is it going to go back up to 42, we're going to very quickly, probably, again, feel like maybe around March, we could hit March, we could be around 50, 60,000 in March. And then there's going to be some type of correction that happens in April because all the retail people are like, oh my God, look at the price going up. I didn't get in. You know, I heard about Bitcoin. I heard it was around 30,000. Now it's 60,000. Whoa, it's going to 100,000. People are going to panic, buy, all the retail money going in, and then it's going to correct again. It'll probably correct down to maybe 40,000, 45, maybe temporarily dip to 35, but not down to the numbers we're seeing now. That's my instinctive feeling with that. And then it's just going to keep going, you know, up. And then, of course, you're going to have these corrections, right? These retracements along the way as we go through support and resistance. So, you know, a couple of things here. I mean, look at this. Look what he's talking about. A Bitcoin macro strategy, right? So a review of Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset and various macroeconomic factors driving its adoption by corporations and institutional investors, right? So Michael Saylor, who put in $1 billion, and then just in this, I think in this past week, has just put in another 10 million, right? Is he panic selling? No. I mean, if there's just one thing one does, you know, I worried a lot before. I will share with you another time about, oh my gosh, in one day I panic sold on something, and panic bought and panic sold and could have taken a profit of 35,000. You know, I somehow ended up doing what would have been a really successful trade with unconscious competence and then totally messed it up, right? If I'd known what I know now, it was like I was doing I guess like a sort of like a day trade, yeah, without even realizing what I was doing. So, but anyway, that's another whole thing. But just coming back to this, he's going to look at a review of ways in which corporations can integrate with the Bitcoin monetary network and the advantages of different strategies. So if you see some article on, I don't know, whatever the news network is, or some news article that says, beware, you can lose all your Bitcoin. Yeah, you're going to lose your Bitcoin if you do something silly and don't follow regulations or get signed up on an exchange, which doesn't have its, you know, is hiding the trading restrictions because they just want you to go on their exchange, and they're not, you know, they're not warning you about what the rules are. But if you go on a proper exchange, a noteworthy exchange, like for me, I just use Coinbase Pro. I started off on Coinbase, and you know, I like that's a major exchange that's if you go on Coinbase Pro's website and Coinbase's website, you will see under their career section, they were hiring this month, they were looking to hire 60 HR people. I mean, if you're hiring 60 HR people, do you think the Coinbase exchange is about to go down the toilet? Absolutely not. There's no way. I mean, they're like, they need to hire so many engineers, so many people in this space. Oh my goodness. So, you know, cryptocurrency is not going away. I believe, in my opinion, it is absolutely here to stay. So, Bitcoin corporate playbook. Look, a walkthrough of key strategic and operational considerations, associated steps to consider for corporations integrating Bitcoin into a treasury reserve strategy. Are some of these hedge funds going to be pulling their money out of gold, or where they've been doing bonds, which have been, you know, when you're buying a bond and you're losing money on it, they are looking for other ways. My understanding is there are certain institutions that have oh my gosh, let me just find my thought here. You know, when they have their portfolio and it's like they took maybe put 1% into digital assets. They said, let me just go and do 1% here. And that was the highest performing thing. They go, wow, we made 100% on this, whereas we're making 2% on gold and we're upside down on the bonds. Why are we just doing 1% of our portfolio? Do you think Michael Saylor is going to inspire them and give some of these hedge funds the confidence to be able to step into the cryptocurrency space? I think so. I really do believe so. And there's something very something else important with that. Oh my gosh, I had the thought. It's going to come right back. It will come right back in a moment. I will go to that. Legal and regulatory considerations for corporations in integrating Bitcoin into a treasury reserve strategy. I mean, again, you know, I just don't see how. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I just remembered. So think about it right now at this point where we are now with the market cap, right? The market cap for Bitcoin is in the, what is it? I think it's around, I haven't looked today. I think it's around 600. What it fluctuates between around 500 billion and 700 billion. But very soon, I think after Michael Saylor's event, and there's going to be a lot of a next level of buy-in from institutions, we are going to go over that $1 trillion mark of all these different hedge funds, investors, and billionaires putting their money into Bitcoin, this digital gold. And once the market cap goes over $1 trillion, then we're going to see that next level of Bitcoin breaking out. And there's going to come a point where it never goes back down to the level that it's at now. I mean, think about it. It's been around now for just over 10 years. So other things here, look, and this is very cool. So here they're vendors that they've got. Now, so Coinbase, I was just talking about, Coinbase are going to be speaking, and I love using Coinbase. I've had a phenomenal experience with them. I was talking about regulations, and something that I want to start doing is learning about day trading, doing leverage trades, also known as margin trades. Within the United States, you can, the only exchange from my research that I see where it is possible is on Kraken. And I have shared before on one of my other posts that back in 2017, I couldn't even get on Kraken. It was I went through a nightmare experience, but that was end of 2017. Things have come a long way in 3 years. They are based out of California. You can 5 times leverage on that. I know in some other countries on other exchanges like Bybit and Femex, you can leverage 100x. Not that I would ever do that. I mean, that's just insane stuff. It's like, but and it just would never be allowed in the United States. And I think at a certain point, is there going to be a deeper crackdown on that? Probably yes. So Kraken's presenting, who, if one is going to do leveraged trading, that would be at the exchange. It's just, I got to figure out how to move my money in there. It's not that hard. I'm just nervous about it. I just want to sit down and do it properly, doing the bank transaction. It gives all the instructions online, but I just don't want to rush the process. Binance, I absolutely love. That was my favorite exchange. It's my first exchange I went on, but because of being a US citizen, I can't use, for the currencies that I wanted to do, I can't use that exchange. But there is Binance US now. So that is another exchange option too. There's just a limit to the amount of coins one can buy. And I've noticed that the fees, for me anyway, are better fees on Coinbase Pro. And then, there's some other major companies there, but look at this. They're going to be sharing, oh, wow, a high-level overview of the key phases and steps in Microstrategy 2020 Bitcoin initiative, key considerations for corporations investing into Bitcoin, their treasury reserve policy. So, I mean, gosh, how big is that? How big is that reserve going to be? And then, look, it says here, contractual considerations for digital asset custodians, right? That means that you're going to have huge money going in there. Huge, absolutely huge. So, oh my goodness. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a sec. This is my, I'll be right back. Hold on, hold on. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was my son's phone blowing up after school. Okay, I'm back. Oh my goodness. So, long and the short of it, here we go. All right. So long and the short of it there, I just feel that this window here now between January the 28th and February the 7th is that's the time when I'm going to be looking to put the last part of money that I have put aside into Bitcoin. And I know that from my research as well, one can do dollar cost averaging or dynamic dollar cost averaging, where you know, if you see a particular a week or day where it's going down, then put in more. And then when the market is bullish, just don't put in as much that week. So I am looking, I've been waiting patiently, and you know, part of me goes through this, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the boat, because I know it's going to go back up to, you know, 40,000 plus very soon. So I'm going to see what's going to happen, but I'm going to try and, I think I'm going to break up my money into a few different trades. I'm probably going to maybe do, I'm just going to watch what happens tomorrow. Because like I said, I think that we're going to have red candlestick tomorrow, and I want to see what is that spread tomorrow on that red candlestick. And then so I'm from there I'm going to decide, but ideally I think I'm going to try and go in at around, I'm hoping maybe around 29,000, maybe 26 and possibly 25. I don't know if it's going to go down to 23. I just don't. But is it, you know, going to go up to that 40 something thousand and then go on that next bull run before February the 7th? I don't think so. But when it does move, it's going to go parabolic really, really quickly. So I think that I feel like everything moved up in terms of, it feels like some of the things are happening a month earlier, maybe even 2, 3 months earlier than what they were meant to happen, in terms of where it hit the 40,000 and then now we're experiencing this bearish market, and then it's going to go back up again. Anyway, either way, I'm just hodling it, you know, I'm just holding on because I believe in Bitcoin. I feel it is absolutely, it is it represents something that really is part of our evolution of humanity, and we are moving towards being more and more of a digital society, like it or not. That is what's happening. And you know, you're going to see that cryptocurrency becomes the norm. Come on, PayPal bought into it, Square has bought into it. I mean, you know, banks are looking at starting at creating their own digital currencies. I believe, in my humble opinion, it isn't just if, you know, it's going to happen, it is when. So there you go. There are all my thoughts. We will see how things progress. Just, I have picked an angel card because it wouldn't be Crypto Angel Network without doing an angel card. So if you have been thinking about going into cryptocurrency and you're thinking about dipping your toe in, and I believe just like take a baby step, if you're going to do it, take a little baby step, right? Just go small. And even if you decide not to go in now and then you see the price shoot up in a few months, you're like, oh my gosh, or you listen to what I'm saying now, and the price is 100,000. You go, oh my gosh, I wish I'd seen that a few months ago. But it's okay. Have faith. Have faith that you are in the right place at the right time. And so, here with this card, what I feel around this is just cryptocurrency is more than finance. Decentralized finance, I feel, is more than programming. To me, I am here in this space because it is spiritual, it is deeply esoteric, it is 5-dimensional and beyond. It represents so much more. So I would just say, have faith in your ability to be able to play within the realm of cryptocurrency, to be able to pay someone with cryptocurrency, or to be paid to accept payment in cryptocurrency, in a certain token, in an altcoin. I think it's a great way for people to express themselves. And, when you talk to someone and you hear what coins that they have, it's I feel like you can learn a lot about a person. It's sort of like when I do personal readings and I pick tarot cards or angel cards for someone, I feel like if I were to read someone, like learn someone's portfolio, like, oh, they've got some Maker, some Polkadot, some Ethereum, a lot of Bitcoin, I would be able to tune in and do a reading off of that person. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll do that at some point. We'll do crypto angel intuitive readings, right? That'll be wild. That'll be okay. That's something I'm going to think about that. That'll be fun. Okay. I hope you gain some little insight, something. But remember, big takeaways from today. Deep breath. If you're going to go into the space, I feel like now, this week is a brilliant time to go in. If you don't now, that's okay too. I would say, I don't think it's if things are going to go up. My prediction is it's just when. And that's because just look at the stuff I showed you with Michael Saylor. When MMCrypto mentioned it, he just mentioned it fleetingly, but that stuck with me. That's my intuition goes, woo, it's like a front, right, and center. And that's where I looked it up and saw, wow, okay, this is something here. So please light up the like button, subscribe to Crypto Angel Network, and I will continue sharing with you what I am learning in this process. And if there's something, please, comment and let me know in terms of what are you learning, what are you doing, what are your takeaways? Are you leaning more towards technical analysis? Do you believe gut instinct can play an effective role in being able to pick the right portfolio for oneself? I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and what are your thoughts? What are your feelings on all of this? And then if you have any questions as well, please go ahead and ask me, because as a writer, my background as an author, and also as a journalist as well. In the past, I used to work in journalism in the UK, is that I love researching things, absolutely love it. And I'm a very, very quick researcher. So, I'm always curious to hear what are things that from someone who's new to cryptocurrency, what would you like to understand better? All right. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for tuning into Crypto Angel Network. I am Joanna Garzilli, author of Big Miracles, the 11 Spiritual Rules for Ultimate Success, sending you lots and lots of love.